This goes out to all the single men and single women. Hi, my name is Anita and I'm with Better Love Movement. I want to issue this invitation to you to join us over on Skool. I want to give you a free 30-day trial to Singles Seeking Soulmate, where you can join us in learning all the relationship skills that you're going to need to find and keep the person of your dreams. Just email me today at info@betterlovemovement.com and I will get that invite sent out right to you. Thank you, and I hope to see you soon.
Good morning. All right, my apologies. I'm having trouble connecting. I'm not sure why. I got on a new network. It should be working better. But I wanted to come on this morning and have another hard conversation. Hard conversation with y'all. And it's about who can hold Black people accountable. Some of you all believe that no one should be holding Black people accountable. Like that's something they have to determine for themselves. They have to figure out for themselves. Yes, you do, business bully. I know that's right. I know that's right. Thank you for joining. Yes, you do. Right? You be trying to help us. Like, you really do. Y'all head over to the business bully and follow him. Because like I said, this man is trying to help y'all. And what is up with that? The people who love y'all, want to help you with your money, want to help you with your business, want to help you with your relationships. What's up with that? Right? I'm on the relationship side. I'm trying to help you have a healthy, whole relationship because y'all are going to do it. I'm just trying to teach you how to do it in the right way, in the way that's going to feel good, that's going to get you the results you want. And y'all don't want to listen. Y'all don't want to listen. Come on now. Somebody. And look, forget that I'm clinically trained. Forget that I'm clinically trained. Forget that I'm old. Okay, 57 years old. I must know something. I've been alive a lot longer than y'all. I have had multiple relationships throughout my life with people in general. And yet, that's not good enough. It's not good enough to have life experience. It's not good enough to have clinical experience, business experience. It's like, I don't know what y'all want. Like, I really don't. I don't know what y'all want. I don't know what y'all need. But somebody, like, when did we lose this idea that, yes, the each one teach one, and the elders reach back? Like, there are people out here trying to do that for y'all. And it's like, nope, it don't matter. We're not interested. Nope. But you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to throw your whole body into the river to know that the water is cold. There are people out here that are happy to teach you and show you and tell you and say, hey, did you consider this? You ever think about this? What do you think about this? To ask you those critically well thought out questions. Who can hold us accountable? But I mean, y'all know who holds me accountable. Guess who holds me accountable? God Almighty. That's who holds me accountable. His holy word. All I have to do is open that book and see where I'm messing up. See where I'm falling short. I'm already full of sin, so I know it's going to happen. So I don't even need to lie about it. Anita, you've fallen short, okay? And every day I can use the word. I can go to God in prayer. God talks to me when I'm in a meditative state. And he's like, you shouldn't have said that. You shouldn't have did that. Like, that's who checked me. I live biblically. I live by Christian principles. And here's the thing. This is what is making my heart hurt. I know right now it ain't cool to say you're Christian. Right now, it is not cool to say that you're Christian. You all think that the word Christian is synonymous with white supremacy or patriarchy and all this other crap. Calm down, Anita. Calm down. I am just over it. Those of us who love God, who know and love Jesus, and we are submitted to him. We are submitted to him, and we're kind to people, and we want to help people. We want to show people a better way. We are villainized, and look, the Bible say we're going to be persecuted. My mom and I talked about this Sunday. She's like, Anita, she is as calm as can be. Like, the Bible said this was going to happen. The Bible said that, the more you tried to cling to the light, the darkness was going to try to overtake you. You were going to be persecuted for being Christian. It's not a surprise, so don't act surprised. Okay, stop that. Stop acting surprised. But, that goes along with the territory. But who can hold us accountable? And I mean, the Christian church, let's just be honest. The Christian church, the black Christian church is messed up. It's messed up. There are people in the black Christian church doing things they ain't got no business doing, teaching doctrine that's not in the Bible. I mean, who do you turn to right now? Like, who do you turn to? Who can you trust? And don't even get me started on the political atmosphere. Like, I normally stay far away from it, and I still do. I stay far away from the political atmosphere. I tell y'all all the time, I did not vote in the last election. I am not registered Democrat or Republican. I'm technically registered independent, and that was from probably 30 years ago. I lean conservative in terms of I'm a submitted Christian. So the degeneracy that we see in the world, and the people who don't support marriage anymore, and all this other nonsense, I don't support. Based on my faith, I don't support that. But guess what? Also, because of my faith, I don't impede anyone else's walk in this life. Because of my faith, I have a love for humanity in general. Because of my faith, I'm not going to spew hate about anybody. And I keep trying to tell people, just because I don't support what you're doing, just because I don't support your lifestyle, that does not equal hating you. That's not hate. And you know what the most misused word is? The most misused word in the history of mankind is putting phobia on everything. I absolutely cannot stand it. When I hear people put phobia behind everything, I just can't deal with it. Because you are misusing that word. I'm not afraid of fat people. I'm not afraid of trans people. I'm not afraid of homosexual people. I'm not afraid of fill in the blank. I mean, I'm not afraid. What are you talking about? Y'all keep misusing that word. You keep tagging it onto everything. No, I can disagree with you and not disrespect you. What are we not understanding about that? I can disagree with you and not be disrespectful. I cannot support you or your lifestyle and be like, you know what? God allows you freedom. He allows you to do what you want to do. Who am I? Who am I? If the Lord on high that created everything we see is going to let you choose a path that's going to lead you in the wrong direction, who am I? I keep telling people this. I am libertarian by nature in the sense of, all right, because I care. I try to call things out. I see people going down a horrible path, and I try to call it out because of my Christian faith, because of my love for humanity. Like it really hurts my heart to see people go in a direction that is not going to do them well. That really hurts me. But oh my gosh, here we go. Oh, you hate me. Oh, you have the phobia. Oh, you disrespected me. Oh, I'm like, okay. So do you believe that loving people is saying nothing? So loving people is letting them fall off a cliff? Because I don't. Y'all know I'm old school. I was born in 1968. Loving a person was an ass whooping back in my day, right? That if you loved your children, you would correct them. And even the Bible tells us that. You're not going to see people going in a bad direction and just let them. That don't make no sense. If you care about them, you're going to say something to them. You're going to speak on it, and you're going to speak the truth. Oh my God, but the truth? The truth now? Oh my God, they think the truth is COVID. They don't want nothing to do with it. Like, they're like, nope, there is no universal truth. There is how everyone feels about what I'm saying. There is no universal truth anymore. Y'all can't even tell me what a woman is. We can't even agree on what a woman is. That's how bad it's gotten. That's where we are right now. We can't even define a man and a woman. And then we want to try to change. It's like, this is the other thing I cannot stand, y'all. I can't stand it. How now they weaponize words. There are certain words that we've used for millennia, and you can't use that word no more. You can't say that word no more. Don't say that. You know, and it's this changing of language, changing of words, and the meaning of words. Y'all don't see it? You don't see it happening right before your eyes? There are certain words. They now call a woman, a biological woman, a cisgender woman, a cis woman. What is cis? I'm going to look that up today. What is cis? Like, make that make sense to me. All right, I'm parked. I'm going to look at some of y'all's comments. What? God is the ultimate power. He sure is. Change the unchangeable is a go. No, is a no-go. Let the dead bury the dead. Yes, it is. The darkness finds you sometimes when you're trying to live righteous. All the time. The business bully said, trust the word. These preachers are trash and brought by the church. They are. That's why I keep telling people, read the Bible. Read the Bible. Read the Bible, and read a Bible that is just plain English language. Like, I know how to read the King James, and I have a King James, I have a Common English Bible, I have a New World Translation. I have like 6 translations of the Bible. But because I went to a Christian college for my master's degree, and that was part of the training was Christian therapy. We had to do Christian biblical therapy. I also have a Bible dictionary. I have a concordance. Like, I have a lot of different things in which to make sure that I am reading something in its proper context. Art of War 805 says church politics also is a huge issue. Oh my God, don't even get me started. Sherman _ 3XS says you're preaching. Thank you. The rainbow community want people to co-sign their bullcrap. Yeah, I'm sorry. And I don't hate you, right? Dialectical thinking says 2 things can be truth at the same time. I don't support your lifestyle, and I don't hate you. But in the world we live in today, you cannot, not support the lifestyle and also, say you don't hate me. No, you hate me. You hate me. If you don't co-sign everything I'm doing, you're a bigot. You're a hater. You're a racist. You're a fill in the blank. And it's that lack of holding 2 truths at the same time. It's a cognitive distortion. And the whole world it's like a virus. Some people just want a dysfunction for dysfunction's sake. They really do. Like I said, when things don't go smooth and easy, that is abnormal, right? That is when you're going to see me go, why is this, what are we doing? Because 90% of my life goes smooth and easy. 90% of my life is smooth and easy. I don't have no problems, y'all. Because I have made a commitment for the first time in my entire life to just do what God tells me to do. 90%. And I get up. For the most part, I'm healthy. I can move around. I can see. I can hear. I feel good. I'm in a happy mood. Like, for the most part, I do my work. Today is an administrative day. I got one client to see tonight, but, I'm just doing administrative stuff, doing my budget, and I just be minding my business. Like, minding my business, minding my black business. Oh my gosh. Being your brother's keeper, that doesn't exist anymore. How dare you tell me anything? How dare you care about me and want to be responsible for my ever-loving soul. That's how twisted the devil has people out here. Like I gave this analogy in another live. It's like you're in the boat, people are in the ocean, and they're crying out for help, and your little heart wants to help them. Your little heart is like, oh my gosh, what can I do? So then some of y'all are going to get out of the boat. You're going to get out of the safe boat and you're going to get in that ocean with them. And look, you're going to try to, put your arm around them and try to swim and get them up on the boat. But now they're pulling you under. They're pulling you under. And you're like, wait a minute, what's happening? Like, nah, let me tell you what Anita going to do. Anita going to stay in that boat. I'm going to throw you one of them little life rings. And whatever happens after that is on you. But Anita is staying in that boat. I'm not getting out of that boat and getting that water. I'm going to throw you a life ring. I may try again. But if you don't get in it and you don't, paddle yourself to the boat, that's on you. He said woman, noun, an adult human female. And we can dive even deeper. We can say XX chromosome. We can say has a uterus and ovaries. We can say has the ability to birth children. We can say has the ability to breastfeed children. Like, we can go deeper as to what a woman is. But, oh, God, help us. God, help us if we say that. And we hate trans women. We hate them. No, we don't. He said KJV is the only Bible I read. Insert insecurity. The business bully, where are you located? So I'm located in Richmond, Virginia. And my platform has been in existence for about 6 years this year. I've been doing a string of podcast episodes. Oh my gosh. Like, I've had 5 podcast interviews in the last 5 days. And it's a good thing. It's a good thing to get out there, to talk to people, to have good. Oh my God. It feels so good when you're talking to someone who has an aligned mind, an aligned vision, someone that gets it. You ever have conversation with people that get it? That just energizes me. Something about that really energizes me. Walk by faith, not by trifling powers that be. He said, I remember you way back. Yeah, it's been about 6 years now. I am still at it, y'all. I am still at it, trying to talk to the community, talk to people outside of the community, use my clinical skills as a therapist, use my life experience just as a woman out here having relationships with people and learning lessons and growing and, and applying new things that I learn and trying to teach other people, because I hate to see. Let me tell y'all what I hate to see. I hate to see women go down the path that they're going. Like, feminism has failed you exponentially. And it's a hill that many of you are willing to die on. You're willing to die on it. You're willing to let your fertility die on that hill. Oh, well, just won't get married, just won't have any children. And I'm not saying that's the worst thing in the world, but we have millions of women willing to do that. And I know for a fact that a lot of those women would like to be married. They would like to have a family. They would like to have children. But because they can't say out loud, fourth wave feminism is a crock of crap. This has completely destroyed relationships between men and women. You can't say that out loud without being a pick-me, without being male-identified, male-centered, supporting the patriarchy. And I've already told y'all I support the patriarchy. So I don't understand like why we have to keep having the same conversation. I want my father, I want the oldest male in my household to provide leadership to me, to provide protection and provision to me. Yes, that's what I want. And then I want that to be passed down to my husband. So let's put that to bed, that Anita loves the patriarchy. Anita has flourished under the patriarchy. So yeah, that's working for me. Okay? But this thing y'all got going on, where you want women to be equal and pay all their bills and, and then have the kids and take care of the home and go outside and work 50 hours a week. And no. I don't want nothing to do with that. Like, I've already told y'all that. I've already told you I don't want to do that. So now it's out there. The truth is out there, and how you feel about it is how you feel about it. The business bully said feminism has deceived black women because of Gloria Steinem and the CIA. And that was never our fight. That was never our fight. Now, here's what I think clinically is going on. And this is my opinion. You do with it what you will. I think the reason why the leftist ideology, the woke ideology, the, liberal and the feminist ideology, I think the reason why that appeals to women, and this is what's wild to me, it's y'all's nature. It's your feminine nature that is empathetic, that believes in the underdog. We have to protect the underdog, and you're empathetic and you have compassion. The bad news is you have compassion and empathy for all the wrong people. You have compassion and empathy for all the wrong groups, all the wrong people. You don't have compassion or empathy for your unborn child, but you have compassion and empathy for Palestine. You have compassion and empathy for folks, in the letters group. You have compassion and empathy for the trans folks, but you don't have compassion and empathy for the child that you're carrying in your womb. So you don't have compassion and empathy for men. You don't have y'all, let me make a video. let me just say this. Let me make a video talking about what men need, what men want, the problems of men, how we can help men. Let me make a video on any of those topics, and women lose their mind in the comments. How dare I have the audacity to try to help men? So you don't even have empathy and compassion for men. There's a white woman online right now on TikTok. Yeah, I said it. And she believes that all baby boys should, a vasectomy should be performed on baby boys so that they can't have children, and that when they're married or, in a relationship and ready to have that would solve all the single mother problems. So I can't make this up, y'all. Her solution is to perform vasectomies on baby boys so that they can't procreate unless they go to a doctor and have it reversed. And we all know there's no guarantee that it will be reversed. That's her solution, is we should cut up men's bodies. Like this is how far the misandry has come. This is how far the misandry, and it's widespread. It's very widespread. Like, they have no problem spewing hate when it comes to men. And that's a problem, because out of one side of your mouth, you're talking so hateful about men. And then in my office, why can't I find anybody? I just want a good man. What's wrong with men right now? Men don't provide and protect. Sweetheart, that's under the patriarchy. That's a kind of a patriarchal value. I thought you all want egalitarianism. Isn't that your thing? Equal? I'm confused. I'm genuinely confused. Like, I thought egalitarianism was y'all's thing. And yet you want the patriarchy. Make it make sense. You want traditional men, but you don't want to be a traditional woman. It don't make no sense. But for black women, the feminist movement it didn't have nothing to do with us. It didn't have nothing to do. But guess what destroyed us? Guess what destroyed us? It wasn't even feminism. Can I be honest? It was not even feminism that destroyed the black woman. It was the welfare system. It was the welfare system. It was, putting men out of the home, incarcerating men. That did us in. And so we felt like, okay, we're going to get these benefits. And some women kept their men around. They just couldn't live in the home. They snuck around with their men because they didn't stop having kids. Don't you find that very interesting that, I had a baby and I went on welfare and all these other babies are popping up. There's a man somewhere. There's a man somewhere. Make that make sense. They kept having kids, but there's no man in the home. That's what did us in. That's what did black people in. is when they went after the black family. When they blew up the black family and women, they ate that up, hook, line, and sinker. Okay, I'll let the government take care of me. And I'll get benefits from the government. And do y'all understand that this is not something that generations were supposed to live on? Do you get that? Generations of black people should not, literally, here in Richmond, people pass down their housing. Like, they literally pass down their public housing. The grandmother has it, then she died and passed it to the mother, then she died and passed it to the child. That was never meant to be. It was meant to be temporary assistance. And we turned it into this generational thing that entire families just live on welfare. That is wild to me. He says some people just don't understand that they can't have their cake and eat it too. You can't. Life is about trade-offs. If you choose this, you are inherently not choosing this. Y'all know how that works. It's not normal. Men are the leaders. Facts. Yeah, don't get it twisted. They'll say, what about women? I started an organization to help boys and was told on national TV, what about black girls? Oh my God. And let me talk about that. You ready? We're going to have some hard conversations today. Discrimination. So they're going to scream discrimination, that you're discriminating against black girls. But here's a wake-up call for all of us. We all discriminate, right? We are all guilty of discriminating. Let me show you how. So if I have a game night at my house, and I have a lot of friends, I know a lot of people, I have a lot of acquaintances, right? But if I say to myself, you know what, I'm only going to entertain about 20 people. I'm going to hand pick 20 people out of all the people I know. I'm going to hand pick 20 people, and I'm going to invite those 20 people. Now, other people that I know may find out about the party. They may find out about the game night, and they may feel a way about it. Oh, Anita, you had a game night. You didn't invite me. I mean, I normally get invited. Okay, well, not this time. And so what could that person say? That person can actually say, I discriminated against them. I purposely did not choose them to attend game night. I did. I discriminated. So by choosing these people, I inherently didn't choose these people. Like, that's a whole thing. We do it all the time. The people that you work with, the people that you're friends with, your family. You have some family members that you're closer to than others. Are you discriminating against them? Are you leaving them out? Of course we do. Of course we do. If I choose a man to be my husband, that means I am inherently not choosing all the other men. Am I discriminating against them? Mm-hmm. He said, Miss Andrews' propaganda is platformed and funded. Oh, yeah, they love it. They love it. It never ends. This is exactly why I work for myself. You and me both. You and me both. I was just talking to a colleague the other day. So, yes, I work for myself. I have a private practice. This is exactly why I work for myself. That's why I didn't have to get poked. That's why, I would never in a million years think to post a video or put out something publicly that is disparaging about another human life because I'm a human being. Like I am a Christian, so I would never do that, but I work for myself for these very reasons. So nobody's telling on me. Nobody's telling my employer. You're talking to me. But this is exactly why. It is ridiculous. But somebody has to tell us about ourselves. Somebody. Who is that person? And even if we had a national leader, if we had a national black leader, y'all didn't like MLK. Some of y'all ain't like Malcolm X. Like, we just can't win for losing. There's a whole lot of black leaders. There's Jesse Jackson. I can keep going. Whole lot of black leaders that we just couldn't get it together. We just couldn't get it together. We couldn't have any sort of true collective, like, let's get behind this person. Nope. Because they can't tell us nothing. I can't speak to black women. Oh my God, how dare I talk to y'all about your clothes, your mouth, your attitude. How dare I? How dare I? Right? And keeping your legs closed and being better gatekeepers. I'm just crazy. How dare I say that? And look, how dare I say that these type of behaviors are only going to hurt you? The only person in the long run that gets hurt by these behaviors is you. And I'm wrong. Like, I'm wrong. How dare you tell me, not to let all these men have sex with me and all this stuff and have all these kids? Like, I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you. And people keep saying, change your approach. I've tried, y'all. I've tried. I've been doing this for 6 years. I've tried it all. I've tried changing my approach. I tried being sweet. But here's what I won't do. This is what they in actuality are saying. Don't tell us the truth. Don't speak the truth, Anita. That's what they want me to do. They want me to whisper some sweet lies. They want me to tell them what they doing is okay when it's not. Because I can use the sweet voice and the calm voice. That's the voice I speak in when I'm on podcasts. I'll be just as calm and sweet and easygoing. It don't matter. I'm still going to tell you the truth. And that's when you're going to get offended. And that's when you're going to assume I hate you. Because I'm telling you the truth. That's in essence what they saying. Lie to me. Don't tell me the truth. And I'm not going to do that. Y'all know that. I done got to this age. I can't go back. I got to live and be the truth. No matter who like it. But somebody has to check us. Somebody has to check us. So we have to, and we should be checking ourselves. But like I said, God is my ultimate authority. And look, it's so powerful. Like, my relationship is so powerful that the second something come out of my mouth, or the second I don't put my cart back, or it could be the dumbest thing, y'all. And I kid you not, God is like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you doing that? Why you say that? Go put that cart back. Go do this. Go do that. Pick up that paper. He just be on me. He be on me. I can't watch certain stuff. I will turn on a show. I'll be on Netflix and turn on a show. He'd be like, don't watch that. God dang. Lord. But he be checking me. That is not, Don't watch that. Don't look at that. Just like he told me, look, don't go looking for that video of the shooting. He said, nope, you don't need to see that. Because a lot of people were talking about it, and apparently it was on X. He said, nope, don't do that. Don't do that. He be telling me, you don't need to see that. You don't need to let that traumatize you and put that image in your mind. No, it was horrible. Everybody know that. So don't do that. But he do. I mean, it don't take long either. It does not take long. He checks me. The Holy Spirit checks me and says, don't do that. Don't do this. Be upfront. Be straight with people. Tell them the truth, whether they like it or not. But and it used to be the church or religion, but that has been infiltrated. Like, y'all, that has been ruined. That has been infiltrated. You can't trust anybody. You honestly can't trust anybody. And I've been telling women this, like, men who claim to be godly, men who claim to go to church, I don't give a darn. Like, I'm going to vet you. I'm going to watch you like a hawk. And if anything you do don't align with Christian values, that's who you are. That's who you are. That's what it is. And I'm like, oh, there we go. And then, look, this will really hurt their little feelings. I say something. So do you think that this behavior, do you think that, trying to solicit me for sex, do you think that is godly? Do you think that's moral? Do you think that follows biblical principles? Like, I say it. And they're like, like, come on now. Yeah. Who _knows _333 says you cannot trust anyone, especially the church. Yeah. And I never thought I would see this day, y'all. I never thought I would see this day where saying that you're a Christian is now derogatory. It's negative. It's so sad for those of us who are living righteous. It's so sad for those of us who do love people. We don't love sin. No, we don't love sin. but we love people and we want to help people. But even we're looked at sideways. So you know what? I just have to, like my mom said on Sunday, she said, baby, just live. Just show them who you are. Show them by how you live. Show them by how you treat people. You know, just live. Just live righteous. Be happy. And people will get curious. They'll get curious, like, what do you got going on? Why are you feeling so good? Why are you so happy? Why aren't you attracting a bunch of negativity? See? So and I was like, you're right, Mom, you're right. It's just so hard. It's like you want to align with like-minded people, but yeah, people telling me they're Christian now. I'm like, okay. I'd be like, we'll see. You know, we'll see. That's kind of what I do. We'll see. Because they ain't, y'all. They ain't doing nothing in the Bible. They not submitted. They don't have self-control and self-discipline. And they doing and saying crazy stuff, and they twisting stuff, and they cherry picking stuff to fit their narrative. So I can't do it. I just be like, okay, we're gonna see. That's it. I give everybody a chance now, but I just be cautious. I be cautiously optimistic. That's what I be. Because yeah, it's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate where we have landed. She said, Christianity has become a social club. Yeah. Which is, oh my gosh. Yep. But somebody's got to hold our people accountable. Somebody, because I'm looking at the younger black folk, you know, I'm looking at the lower socioeconomic class of black folk, and I'm thinking, what is happening? Like, why are we like this? And this is what I say every time I go to an airport, every time I go to a Walmart and certain other establishments. I'm just like, why are we like this? Like, and then someone says, it's not we. Like, stop saying we, Anita. It's not we, it's them. Like, but why are they like this? I don't know. And it's like we want to keep talking about slavery, and we want to keep talking about systemic racism and reparations and all of that. And we want to, it's like, man, when are we going to move on? When are we going to get to the business of living and growing and flourishing? Like, come on, at some point. And here's the thing, y'all. I believe God has given me my reparations 10 times over. How do you explain the fact that I'm living so good? How do you explain the fact that I stay so healthy? And people tell me, oh, yeah, you're 57? I can't even believe it. Like, how do you explain that? How do you explain that I have had a measure of success? Like, he's just like, yeah, thank you. Just move on. Just get over it. Like, move on, get over it. Be the best you can be today, right? Just do what I tell you to do. But this living in the past, like, that's just not me. That's not the time I'm on. That's just not how I am. I'm not on that, and I'm not on that kind of time even in my life. Even the stuff that's happened in my past, in my childhood, I'm beyond over it. It's so sad to me that people come into my practice and they're 50 years old and still talking about something that happened when they was 9 years old, 10 years old, 12 years old. Get over it. And I'm not saying that to be insensitive. I'm saying that at some point, you have to make a decision that is done. The best thing about the past is that it's over. We have to get on with living. What can I do now? And what can I do in the future to have the best life I can have? That's all I focus on. That's all I focus on. So if I'm wrong for that, okay, then I guess I'm wrong, because I just don't focus on the past. I don't. All right, I had a question from Brianna Nicole. I'm going to see if I can go back and find it. She said, what are your thoughts on Kayla Nicole, Travis KX on stage with Chris Brown with her legs open? Black women already have a bad image on being classless and sexualized. What? Again, this is what they're doing to themselves. That's somehow some sort of weird Jedi mind trick that black women think that if men are going to objectify us, we'll do it to ourselves. That'll somehow make it better. Like, we'll objectify ourselves and get paid. We'll sexualize ourselves. We'll call ourselves bitches and hoes. And, you know, it won't hurt as bad. Like, we'll do it to ourselves. Some sort of weird, stupid Jedi mind trick they think they got going on. which I'm like, what? Like, what? And y'all know we've done this with the N-word. That, oh, it's not as bad when we call each other that. So it's just weird. It is beyond weird. She said, I believe it's the music. It's everything. It's everything. It is the music. It is the media. It is social media. I'm beginning to now, and there's some studies being done right now. They're going to complete these studies in the next 2 years on social media. That's why you're seeing all these, they're doing all these class action lawsuits. Have y'all been seeing ads for class action lawsuits for Instagram use, TikTok use, Facebook use, talking about, oh, is it making you depressed? Is it making you anxious? Blah, blah, blah. So they're doing all these studies on the effects of social media on mental health. And I don't need a study. Like, I'm being honest. I don't need a study. I know what this stuff is doing to us in mass, right? I know the negative consequences. And now, if I'm being honest, it's getting to the point where social media is more negative than positive. Like this whole Charlie Kirk shooting, that has revealed a level of demonic forces that is unlike anything I've ever seen. So we do know that the bad outweighs the good when it comes to TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, the bad outweighs the good. We're giving a platform to the most sickest, deranged, demonic people. And remember, be careful what you consume. It's just like eating poison. But that poison is going into your eyes and into your ears and into your mind. Be careful what you consume. And if you keep consuming this over time, it will poison you. So I think the studies are going to tell us what I already know, which is it is more harmful than good. There is maybe 30% of it where there's good and there's good people and good content and they're trying to share the gospel and all kinds of good stuff. But 70% of it is complete garbage. It is complete garbage. Finding people who want to see you truly win as rare, or putting the man who really cares for them, they curve him. Yep. Pop culture. Yep. Mindsets. Desensitized. Yep. So very negative. Very, very negative. But here's the thing that I'm here to tell you. If you have never heard this before, it won't win. It will not win. We already know that. Like, we know how all this is going to turn out. And that's why so many people say, how can you say that? How can you say that? How can you smile and say that? How can you be happy? How can you? Because I know how all of this ends. And evil will not prevail. And if you knew the God I know, if you serve the God I know, if you love the God I know, you wouldn't worry. It's disturbing. It's disturbing because here on earth, humans are so fragile. It is disturbing. I'm not going to lie. It does every now and again. That's why I take my breaks. I take my social media breaks because I'm human. And it is disturbing to my soul. But I know how all this ends. I know how all this is going to pan out. All this is going to pan out where Jesus is victorious. That's it. That's all I need to know. And whether I see it happen in real time or whether I die and go to heaven or however it happens, like I'm going to know about it. I'm going to know about it. So that's it. But it's all going to work out. Believe that. And you'd have to have the relationship I have with God. You'd have to have read your Bible from front to back to know that. So that you're not afraid. You're not feeling hopeless and nihilistic like most of the people out here. You know what I believe? I believe that most of the people out here are self-sabotaging their life. They are self-sabotaging. They're saying, oh, there's no point in remaining chaste. There's no point in not having children until I'm married. There's no point in waiting until marriage, or there's no point in, trying to live good. I might as well be a, degenerate, low class, faithless, doing all these crazy things, stealing, robbing, lying, cursing. Yeah, I might as well do all of that because it's pointless. It's hopeless. There is no hope. There is no God. There are plenty of people out there that feel that way. And those are dangerous people because they have nothing to live for and they could take your life. Like, those people are dangerous. I try to stay away from them because they're dangerous. People who are fatalistic and nihilistic about life in general, they'll take us all out because they're like, yeah, what does it matter? The world is all going to hell anyway, or, it's none of this is going to get better. So yeah, there are a lot of selfish, crazy people out there. So please steer clear of people like that. I believe the gender war and all this toxic relationship advice has taken over. Unfortunately, seriously serving the Most High, not serving my fleshly desires. Good for you. Tainted spirits, living short-sightedness. That's a lot of people, a lot of young people. They have just thrown themselves into the degeneracy and debauchery. The drinking, the drugs, the pornography, the casual sex, because in their mind, the future isn't coming. They really believe there is no future. The future isn't coming. And what's really sad is some of those people will have horrible consequences. Horrible. They will get sexually transmitted diseases. They will get pregnant. They will get their heart broken. So the world is going to last long enough for you to feel the consequences of those negative actions. And then they're going to cry out in anger to God. Like, oh, look at what's happened to me. Oh, look at how horrible life is. Not making the connection that they could have made a different choice. That this is simply the consequences of their choice. And God has told each and every one of us, you will reap what you sow. So if I want collard greens this fall, that's what I got to sow. I can't sow pumpkin seeds and expect collard greens. No, I sow collard greens. Like, I sow collard greens. I go out there and water them. I go out there and put the little fertilizer on it and the bug spray on it. Like, that's what I want. Okay? But too many of us, we're doing one thing and we're expecting something else. And that's just not smart. That's not smart. They think everything is temporary for right now. Yeah, no. The issue is the older saints ain't schooling the younger people in general. I would say the majority of us are not. I'm in a small minority group. So I'm in a group of content creators. We're all in our 50s. And we are desperately, desperately trying to help. We're desperately talking and trying to help people and trying to reach out. Like, we're desperately trying to help. But I think we're in the minority. I do. I think most people our age are like, F those young people. They crazy. Ain't nobody trying to deal with them. I really do. I think they're just like, oh, well. He said these days they're competing with them. And I've made that very clear, you all. I always tell the young girls, I'm not your competition. I'm not your competition, baby. I'm out this game. Anita is out the game, okay? You don't have to worry about me. Why would I lie to you? Why would I tell you something that would hurt you when I'm out the game altogether? Like, come on now. So, yeah, it's just sad. It's so sad. And you're right. I do see a lot of people my age following their young adult children. And I'm just like, huh? like I'm not gonna lie to y'all. My young adult kids, they be making fun of me. They be saying, oh, this, oh, that, oh, this. Okay. Yeah, I'm an old fogey, or I'm a this, or I'm a that. Okay. I wear that badge proudly. Proudly. I ain't doing the dumb stuff y'all doing. That's what I do know. I have a measure of success that y'all don't have. That's what I do know. like you can call me all kind of names. I tell my kids that all the time. Call me names. But when you get your own 3,500 square foot home, when you have vehicles, when you have your own businesses, when you're able to pay yourself, I'm about to go into the bank now and pay myself so I can pay some bills today. Come see me. Come see me. But last I checked, you living on my dime. like, you living on my dime. There ain't much you can tell me. So he said, I'm getting older and I ain't playing the game. Yeah, I'm not playing it either. I'm good. So, but my heart goes out. It does. Fried 5670 says we need God and the Bible to be back in schools, not forced on people, but taught to people. We are a free society and you can make any choices you want. The foundation of our nation was built on Christ. I agree. Now, here's the sad part. When people, especially American people, when they have a measure of freedom, they often choose the wrong thing. That's the bad news. And that's why we need Jesus. That's why we need God. That's why we need the Bible. That's why we need a way of living. We need boundaries. We need structure. We need rules. People hate the word rules or boundaries. We need them. That is what's going to lead to the self-discipline. That's what's going to lead to a measure of success in your life. But when you're allowed to just do whatever and go wherever and get up whenever and go to bed whenever and eat whatever and do this and do that, like, you're going to choose wrong. What don't people understand? You're going to choose your flesh. God has already shown us this, that when left to our own devices, we will destroy ourselves. We will destroy our lives. Because most of us ain't got sense. God gave a monkey. We don't reverence the Lord. We don't have a healthy fear of God. We're going to do us. And same with the healthcare. We're going to eat whatever we want. We're not going to exercise. We're not going to get no sun. And then when we 40 and 50 and our body's breaking down and we losing our teeth and we got high blood pressure and diabetes. Oh my God, I got all these health conditions. And what do you want me to say? Again, it's called sowing and reaping. Tighten up. And as soon as you can, do it. Tighten up. I didn't always eat perfectly. I've always been a student athlete, but I didn't always work out the way I should and avoid sugar and all of that. I drank alcohol when I was younger, not to excess, but every now and again. I don't drink alcohol anymore. I've never smoked. Like, I've given up a lot because I'm like, for what? For what? What is the point of all of this? If it's slowly killing me. So no. Yeah, I can't do it. Okay, he said the leftists are morons. It's just so sad where we have landed. But just remember, the devil's oldest trick in the book is division. That's it. The oldest trick in the book. And y'all fall for it every time. And again, it's proven what we already know, that humans are flawed. They're fallible. They don't have all the answers. They don't know how to critically think. They don't know how to use good judgment. Because, you can see it coming a mile away. People will make divisive content and y'all will fall right into it. What a man said, and the women said, y'all fall right into it. The liberal said, and the conservative said, that's the oldest trick in the book. Is to divide you all, to forget that under God, we are all one. Under God, we're all his creation. He loves all of us, regardless of the religion we claim, regardless of our race, regardless of our ethnicity, regardless of our sex or gender. He loves all of us, and he wants all of us to live a healthy lifestyle, a good lifestyle that's actually going to reap good rewards. He loves all of us. Now, he don't love sin. I have to keep reminding people of that because y'all want him to love your sin. You want to be in sin and you want God to co-sign it. That ain't going to happen. That's just not going to happen. There is a way to live. And if you want to know about it, find someone that's genuine in their walk. Okay? I got to run into the bank. But black folks, we got to do better. We got to do better. And look, I was watching a video the other day about it. I think it's the Cartier family where the young black men were saying, what percentage? And I was on, man, I was watching that conversation. I wish I was in that conversation because I was on the edge of my seat because they were like, well, what percentage of black people do you think are like this? Like they're watching the looting and the rioting and this and that. Like what percentage of black people are like this? And the one guy said, I think it's 70%. Like he said it was a very high number. And the other guy was like, no, I don't think it's that high. I think it's like 30%, maybe 40%, so they're going back and forth. And I was like, it's too many. That's what I was thinking. It's too many. One is too many. To be out here looting and robbing and cussing and fussing and showing up in people's place of business, starting stuff and cussing and fighting over men and showing up at the side chick's house and trying to fight her for your man and getting shot and killed. I'm gonna share that episode that I had with Dr. L on his other podcast. But it's too many. Even if it's one, it's too many. Too many of us are acting like we don't have sense God gave a monkey. Okay? And just classless, just out here spewing nonsense. I'm like, what is the point? I just don't get it. I don't get it. But then people keep reminding me, Anita, you're not going to get it. Like, why do you try to understand what can't be understood? like to the rational mind, you trying to understand what is irrational. Like, stop it. So we got to do better. I'm doing my tiny little part in my tiny part of the world. That's all I know how to do. That's it. I got to do what I can do for as long as I can do it. So thank you. Thank y'all for supporting my platform. Thank you for rocking with me. All of you that rock with me, you get it. You align with the vision and you get it. And you're just as frustrated as me. I appreciate you all. I really, really do. Because like I said, you can't have these conversations with everybody. They will freak out or go off. But for those of you that get it, you get it. Keep rocking with me. Right? I'm only going to give you what is healthy, what is true. I've made a commitment to not post anything that I deem to be divisive. I've done that in the past. See, this is where we have to atone for our sins. I posted stuff in the past that has created division. I'm not doing that anymore. I haven't done that all this year because I was like, no, I can't go out like that. I can't do that anymore. Yes, it gets views, it gets clicks, it gets engagement, but it doesn't help the problem. It's not the solution. And I have to be about the solution. I have to be all about the solution. So that's what I'm committed to right now. Being a part of the solution, talking about solutions, helping people any chance I can get. And okay, they don't want it. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it from me or whatever that looks like. Okay, then I'm going to back off of you and let you go about your business of ratchetness. I'm going to let you do you. Because like I said, deep down, I'm libertarian at heart. But the Christian person in me knows that, Anita, you can't let people just do whatever. That's eventually going to affect you and other good people. So you can't just say, yeah, do whatever you want to do. Just don't harm me. Just don't bring it over here. But it is eventually going to come over here. Like, we have to take a stand for something. So, yeah, that's it. All right, y'all. Thank you so much. I'm going to reach out to the business bully because I've reposted some of his stuff. He's another person always trying to bring logic and rationale, trying to bring y'all the truth. And I know it hurts. It hurts y'all sometimes, but yeah. But thank you. I appreciate you rocking with me. I want you to have a great rest of your day. It's starting to rain right now, so I'm going to go into the bank, switch over some money, go home. I'll probably be home for the rest of the day. But thank you. I appreciate you all. I appreciate the way that you support the channel. You all leave little tips and you buy badges and you're members of the channel. I so appreciate you all. I'm running behind on a video that I'm making about Ebony K. Williams. My hope is to finish that video today and get that up. That is going to be a members only video. So if you're interested in seeing that, you're going to have to become a member of my channel. But thank you so much for your support. I appreciate you all. Have a great day. And as always, stay open to love.